In this first section, we're going to do solving an equation by adding and subtracting. So for any type of solving an equation, we always solve for the unknown variable, meaning such as these two examples, trying to find the value of x and then trying to find the value of m. So when you're solving for the unknown variable, you try to get it by itself on one side. Notice how m and x are on the left side of the equal sign. So we're trying to get it by itself on the left side. In order to get them by itself, we have to use opposite operation. By operation, I'm talking about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So those are the four operations I'm talking about. So you have to use that in order to get the variable x by itself and to get the variable m by itself. In example 1, we have x minus 4 equals 3. X is with the minus 4. So the opposite of minus 4 is plus. So I'm going to add 4 on the left side. Since I add 4 on the left, I got to add 4 on the right. I bring down the x. The 4 cancels out because of the opposite operations. And then I just combine the right side. So 3, a positive 3, plus 4 will be 7. So x equals 7. That's our final answer. Again, once the variable by itself, and what value you got, that's the answer. And you can always double check by plugging x or 7 into x and see if it matches. Example 2, we have m minus 6 equals negative 15. So we have a minus 6 with the m. In order to cancel out the minus 6, I got to do the opposite. So minus 6, I'm going to do the opposite, which is plus 6. Since I did it on the left, I got to do it on the right, plus 6. I bring down the m. So I'm going to do negative 15 plus 6. Since the bigger number is negative, the answer is going to be negative, especially when it's going to be opposite sign. And then I just basically subtract the numbers. So 15 minus 6 is 9. So since m is by itself, the final answer is m equal to negative 9. And again, just like I said before, if you want to double check, plug in negative 9 into m and then work it out. Now if you want to double check if negative 9 is correct for m, especially when we're working with negative numbers, then I would suggest working with the number line. You can always use the number line to double check. So again, for example 2, the final answer is m equals negative 9. In example 3, we have a plus 5 equals 13. Now we want to get a by itself, but it has the plus 5. So what we're going to do is the opposite of plus 5, which is minus 5. Since I did it on the left, I'm going to do it on the right. So I'll bring down the a. And then I do 13 minus 5, which is 8. So since a is by itself, we get the final answer, which is a equals 8. So that's the final answer for example 3. Alright, example 4, we have w plus 7 equals negative 3. So we have plus 7 on the left side with w. So the opposite of plus 7 will be minus 7. Since I did it on the left, I gotta do it on the right. So I bring down the w. The 7 cancel out. So here, I'm gonna do negative 3 minus 7. Since they're both same sign, I'll keep the same sign. And then just add the numbers, so 3 and 7, which is 10. So negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10. Since w is by itself, the final answer is w equal to negative 10. Now, there's one thing I forgot to mention, is that even though the variables that we did in these 4 examples, they were on the left side of the equal sign, the same principle, the same concept can be applied if the variables were on the right side of the equal sign. So even though the 4 examples we did today, the variables were on the left of the equal sign, the same concept would be the same if it was on the right. And if you try and get the variables by itself, again, you would do opposite operations. So just like these 4 examples, you would add or subtract.